Hey guys, welcome back to the Windswept Cowboy. Today we are starting a new segment called What's for Dinner, and of course we have to start with potato soup because it is very cold and wintry today, and what's better than potato soup? So if you like learning new recipes or seeing new kinds of foods, please like and subscribe, and also be sure to check out our blog because we will have all the ingredients listed with all the amounts for you. So I'm going to show you the things that I use to make this recipe. And I will be honest, I just kind of dump and go. So I will have exact measurements for you on the blog, but today I'm just going to show you how I put it together. The list of ingredients are potatoes, cornstarch, butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, milk, chicken broth, some bacon bits, onion, garlic, salt, pepper, and hot red pepper flakes. Okay, we're going to start cutting up our potatoes first. I had several large potatoes in my bag, so I am just going to be using this many. As you can see, there's the large ones. I do not use a whole 5-pound bag because it's just a couple of us, so I want to be sure that we eat up all the leftovers. I'm just going to cube these up. I do try to keep them around the same size, that way they cook evenly. Now it's time to use the Instant Pot, which I failed to tell you, that is how we're going to be cooking this. It makes it so yummy and creamy and in a short amount of time. So let's get started on that. I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of butter with the saute button. And we're going to let that melt. Once that melts, I'm going to add my pile of potatoes, and then we're going to saute those just for a few minutes. I am going to saute these until they have like a skin on them, and also some stuff, like some crusty stuff up on the bottom of this container. And then we're going to start adding seasonings and our broth. At this point is when I usually start dumping in my seasonings. So I'm going to try my best to get you the exact measurements that I use. All right, now I'm going to add my chicken broth up to the potato line. All right, so now I'm going to stir this around and scrape the bottom of the pan and get all that nice brown butter stuff off. To me, that adds so much flavor. All right, I am feeling like I've got most of it. You can really tell when you scrape the bottom because it gets smoother. All right, we're gonna put the lid on it. Actually, I'm gonna turn this off first, and then I'm gonna put the lid on it, and I'm gonna turn it to sealing, and then 10 minutes. And we'll wait. While that is cooking, I am going to grate some cheese. I will need 1 cup for the actual potato soup, and then I also grate a little extra to put on top. All right, this is done, but I'm going to wait until it says 10 minutes here. That way this vents naturally before I flip the lid. We have waited our 10 minutes and we're going to switch this to the vent. So I hold my wooden spatula over the hole. That way I don't get stuff all over my glasses and underneath your cabinet and stuff like that. The pin just dropped. All right, now we can safely remove the lid. Woo. Nice. All right, it's time to add our milk. We're gonna add 1.5 cups of the milk. Doesn't have to be exact. It's just gonna add more broth if you want more. And this was in the back of my fridge and it got a little frozen, so you might see some ice crystals. Yeah. I'm just eyeballing the half. Give that a swirl. You can see it's starting to turn white. I'm going to add 1 cup of sour cream. I'm going to let that saute and stir it. So we're going to hit the off button here and then saute again. We want it to come to like a low boil. All right, it is time to add our cup of cheese. So I'm just using the same cup. No need to wash and re-dirty. And it's all, again, about just eyeballing and dumping. And then we're going to stir that in and let it get all melted. It doesn't take very long. And now is the time we're going to add our cornstarch slurry. And it's usually equal parts. You shake it up and then you just keep adding a little bit to see what thickness you like. So I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons. I always make mine up in this so I can shake it. We're going to slowly add it. And I may have to make some more. But that is definitely getting a whole lot thicker. Oh yeah. I don't know, maybe we'll let this just simmer just for a few more seconds, really. And then you'll know where you're gonna end up at, but that's looking really nice. So I added another 1.5 teaspoons, which brings a total of 2.5 teaspoons of salt in this. Now, potatoes do handle a lot of salt and pepper, so that may sound like a lot, but it really tastes so good. We are there, guys. Look at that. I do like to keep chunky potatoes in mind, but it's personal preference. If you want to, like, I don't know, use one of those little blender things, emulsion blenders. I don't know if that's right or not, but I don't have one, but I still like the chunkiness anyway. So there you have it, comfort food on a very cold winter day. If you guys like this kind of video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. And if you excuse me, I'm gonna go eat this yummy potato soup. I'll see you in the next one.